Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Sulaiman Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant, breaker of 7 seals. Okay, brothers and sisters, I have some issues with my system, but I've got to issue my camera here too. But we'll proceed. Hold on here. Let's get a better issue my camera here. Turn this around a little bit. Okay. Slight adjustment here. Adjustment. Yeah, well, still got some camera issues. It's a little better. Okay, well, pardon my camera bounces. I have a little camera issues, but we're going to move on. Fear. It's already being experienced by some, trying to hide the truth from you. In addition to that, you have some devils out there who knew the truth and knows the truth about you because they set false rules up to deny you from understanding the truth, from realizing the truth. To take that vision, Abraham vision covenant from you. Right? The vision of Abraham covenant. That's why they killed Martin Luther King when he spoke on it, and he went to Elijah Muhammad. He spoke on it. He went and gave the promised land speech. He was dead the next day. So they know. But now some of them are panicking. Some are panicking now. What do you mean they're panicking? Now they're trying to jump on board. Oh, we know that you see Abraham, they Israel, and people been laughing, lying about them for years and all, They're trying to cover their behind. Hey, it's not going to work. They're trying. They say the truth is coming out. They're afraid, but fear is touching America already. Just hasn't come in a way you understand it yet. But it's coming. Right? Like I said, the people in the know, they're already nervous. Right? Like Farrakhan, he's worked with them. His father's a devil. He's an agent. That's going to be revealed in a while. Right? Right? And now he's incapacitated. So they don't need him anymore. You know how devils are. We don't need you anymore. They kick you to the curve. Anyway, great fear, brother and sister, unimaginable fear. And unfortunately, some of our people are going to experience it. Now, what's the root of fear? Fear is when you lose control. Right? When you feel you lose control, that's fear. And when you lose control, then the fear is insurmountable. Then you go into shock. It's like, you're out there and you see some lions coming. And a bunch of lions come, right? And you don't have a way to defend yourself from all of them. So then the fear, as close they get close to you, the greater your fear becomes because you lose control. Because you don't have a place to go and you know what they're coming for. They're not coming to smile and roll over. Okay? And so your fear increases. By the time they get to you, then you go into shock. See, shock is paralyzing. It's like, your mind, everything you're paralyzed. You don't feel anything, you don't know anything, you're just shocked. It's a form of paralysis. That's what's about to happen in America, because it says they're in fear right now. They're going to have heart failure, seizures, and strokes in anticipation, because they're going to see something. They're going to see those lions coming. They're going to see something over in the Middle East and to make them realize American power cannot protect them. And it's all over. The game is up. And death is soon to follow. That's what it says. Read it carefully. Now, that's anticipation. You see, if you see the lions from a distance coming, and you fear, what you going to do when they get there? What level of fear be there? Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Fear. It says blood behind the horse's brow. Unprecedented trouble, brothers and sisters. And America's losing control. GOG and Magog had control 5 years. Magog lost control, and GOG, America, Magog, Britain, lost control, and GOG stepped up and took up the slack. And now America's losing control. You see it. One thing after another. They got defeated by rice stumpers in Vietnam. They got partially defeated in Korea. They had to capitulate and say, okay, well, we give up the north, or north of it. And then they got defeated in Afghanistan. It was a humiliating defeat. Humiliating. They try to blame others for it. It was a humiliating defeat. They ran out. They didn't walk out there bold and strong. They ran with their ass on fire. Please, let's get out of here. And that's nothing compared to what's about to happen now. That's what we're going to talk about, the war in heaven. Okay? And this man's going to lead you there. Lead you into, because it describes him. It says, pride comes before a fall, and a haughty spirit before destruction. That's him. He's a personification of that. Great pride, haughty spirit. What did this? Let me just look this up real quick. I'm gonna make this short, brothers and sisters, because you don't understand these scriptures. You will in a minute. Well, some of you will anyway. Yeah. See, you have a big attitude and act like you're better than other people. Haughty person acts superior and looks down on others. Haughty people are disdainful, overbearing, prideful, swaggering, and obnoxious. That's not down trouble, is it? See, when they say that, they don't just say things like that. They said, pride becomes for a fall, Holy Spirit becomes for destruction. They tell who's going to be the nature, giving you psychology, emotional state of the person that's going to be leading America when it goes down. And America has that spirit now. America has that spirit. Why? Okay. America has that spirit now because Trump's giving it to them. Oh, we're going to kick ass. We're going to take Greenland. We're going to take Panama. Right? And we're going to take Ukraine. We're going to kick the Houthis' ass. We're going to kick Iran's ass. We're going to do all these things. We're going to make America great again. They're telling you that's he's leading and that's exactly the state of America right now. Right? It's more. And it's counterfeit power. America's power is over. But you don't realize they're going to realize in a minute. Right? It's momentum. Anybody understand momentum? It means you're not stepping on the gas anymore. Engine's dead. You're just rolling. But nobody knows it because you was going 60 miles an hour. Right? You hit some ice, you're rolling, you're going 60 miles an hour. But you're not putting on the gas. You're just going because you got momentum. That's what you're going when the engine went out. And when you see hit a dirt road or anything, you come to a screeching halt. And they're about to hit Iran. And everybody's realized America has no power. And when they realize that, right, it's like, you're in the jungle, man. And you're surrounded by all these wild animals, right? And you in this house that you got all sealed up and secured and everything. Well, security is based on electricity, right? Keeping the doors, alarms and keeping the doors locked and everything. All of a sudden, electricity fails, you got a blackout. And you realize there's nothing between you and all those wild animals. Nothing. Zero. And they're hungry. And you hear them growling and slinking and wolfing and all that out there. Roaring. And you got a blackout. It's not coming back on. That's America. Because all this shit they've done for the last 5 years, all of it, they try. It's a lot of on the internet now, but most of it they don't even tell you about yet. So they're done. I can go right down and listen to a lot of things you're not even aware of, like fentanyl. They tried to give us fentanyl, but they didn't tell you. Look at the Box Rebellion, how they was forcing drugs on China for decades. Had that place drugged out. They was forcing drugs on them. That's how Britain and America made a lot of money forcing until they finally kicked them out of there. But now, they get fentanyl, right? All stuff they done to Africa, all this stuff done to Asia, all this stuff done to China, all stuff done all over the world, and what they done to us. And that's why false Israel's there to make sure that we never retaliate, because to retaliate from their point of view, you have to, if they eye for an eye, you have to realize they took your eye. For you can retaliate, take the eye back. For that law to work, you have to be aware of what the injustice was. Otherwise, you're sitting there, you won't do anything. But that doesn't stop anything because you won't do anything, but that just dams the situation up because you don't retaliate. So they beating your ass and everything else, you don't know they're doing it. You know they're behind it. So you're not retaliating. But you have every right to retaliate. And you will retaliate. Because every action has opposite reaction, so we're just delaying it. Because at some point in time, right, you're going to realize that they're the ones that's doing all that, and then, okay, now it's over. The jig is up. One brothers and sisters. Now, if you understand what this is saying, brothers and sisters, the bottom line we're saying here is everything they do will fail. Everything done right now by America, guided by Mr. Trump, will fail. Absolutely. He will not be successful in anything. He says, for it's written, I will destroy. Didn't it say I will cripple wisdom, I will slow it down. I will destroy it. That means everything they think they're doing is going to fail. Now you come back and tell me later on that I'm wrong, because you see, this thing is not going to work in Ukraine. It's not going to work it's not working over there in the Middle East. They got little Yemen. I mean, they're a little country. They don't have an air force or anything. And they whooping, kicking ass, and nothing America can do about it. And they going to war with them, they threaten them. And then Iran, if you do anything, we're going to get you. And everything they do will fail. Absolutely. They will not be successful in anything they do. That's what it's telling. That's what it means. Being the nothing. That's what it's telling you. That's the simple explanation of that. And that's what you're going to see right now, because the point is America lose control. That's fear. And the fear is going to become greater and greater and greater. But right now, they're acting off of fear. That's what I'm saying. These people know is that the fear hasn't come to the point where you realize yet. But America does realize fear. They don't understand what the nature of it yet. Because they always say, man, hey, we got to get rid of what do you call them, the immigrants. Well, hell, you illegal immigrant, how'd you get here? We got to get rid of all those criminals. Who's the criminal? You commit just how you get this country. Who's the rapist? People you celebrate. Washington and Jefferson. They was raping black women. It was documented. Jefferson made children by Sally Fields, whatever her damn name was. And she wasn't no love affair. They tried to make it. She was a slave. He doing a slave. That's rape by any standard. Why didn't he marry her? Yeah, people running around right now. I remember this commercial about ancestry. And it's about 5 years ago, I guess. And they came out, and they had this guy, and he was, I got it on tape, I should play it. He got to come out and says, yeah, man, my great-grandfather was Thomas Jefferson, a Negro butt. Was Thomas Jefferson. And that was the commercial. And I said, are they sick? I mean, I know they're sick, but man, so actually, that company, AncestryWorld.com, whatever, I communicate back to them. I said, y'all your goddamn mind? I said, he's a victim of rape. John just was raping these people. That's how he came about. They killed that commercial and played it again. Right? They realize somebody out there ain't blind. Because most black folks will let it pass. And the reason why they let it pass is because they have no knowledge of history. I talk to someone and I bring them and say, I didn't know about this, I didn't know about that. Right? I didn't know about it either until I started looking. When I was going to school, only black history I got was, I think, about 7th grade, and they talking about Greece and Rome, and man, I was excited. We was getting excited about it. Why would we get excited about that? Like the cowboy movies, they don't have them with Tarzan. We was on Tarzan's side. We was on the cowboy side. That's how brainwashed we had us. Their mind. And so we rooted for them. You see? And so, when I was growing up, right, like I said, I think about 7th grade, something like that. And they went to, and then they got to Africa, and they showed people with huts, nose and neck, bone and nose, everything with the savages. Nothing about civilization, anything. And I was embarrassed. I wanted to hide on the desk. I just got heard about Alexander the Great, right? And Hannibal. Hannibal's really black, right? But all these great people, they say he's white, right? And I'm saying, then we got to Africa, man, it was like, whoa, man. You know, like everybody, man, they working at Facebook and Google and all this place, and then they're going to show you some Negro bus working at Popeye. So, oh boy, whew. And it wasn't until I got into the military, and these brothers came over there from, I was in Germany, they came, oh, Black Power, and I said, whoa, what's this? And I started looking around, and I started looking, getting these books, and all of a sudden, I remember one of the books, Mandingo Drum, and drum, that was the name of it, called the Drum, Mandingo Drum, whatever. It was pre-Alice Hale. He actually plagiarized, because he used the same idea in his books. And then I started waking up, and I said, hell, I'm in the wrong place, man. What the hell? I'm in the wrong army. I got the hell out of there. Went and found Elijah. A real army, which I thought was real, until Elijah departed. And it folded like a house of cards, man. And I said, ooh, what kind of army is this? I mean, they for real? Because I was proud to be FOI under Elijah. I worked my ass off. I sold my 300 papers a week like you're supposed to. I was a foreman in Palmer Speak newspaper, night shift. I still did that, never doing that. I sold my papers. I did everything I was supposed to. Poor God, did security. My wife, at that time she passed away, she ran this NBC dress shop. She knew him because she could come to there every now and then to see what's happening, right? She knew Farrakhan too, actually. See? And then Elijah left, and man, I went to cut some throats. They turned Elijah on a dime. One brown sisters. But I'm just telling you, nothing they do will work. That's why no one say anything. Well, Farrakhan said that he incapacitated. See? So right now he can't discern that shit he been selling, getting everybody that's in the bag from food. He probably eating some of it. Hey, what's the stuff in the bag here? That's come out. That's your. You've been pissing shit in the bag. Oh, wow, look good to me. A little backfire, because that's what you've been selling shit for 42 years. Tell us, honey. Oh, you got some days coming, buddy. See what it says here? Men's hearts failing them for fear. But fear looking at those things was coming on earth, for the powers of heaven is shaken. And we're going to talk about war in heaven. So we're talking about, that's talking about heaven. Now you claim heaven's beyond the sun, moon, stars, and people died and went to heaven. Ain't nobody died in heaven. Everybody's dead, right? Then unless they're in a vase someplace, the ashes, they're in the damn ground. So you can hold on to that shit. You went, oh my, she's in heaven looking at me. Yo, really? If she's in heaven, heaven's so good, hell, she got time wasting you doing your dumb ass. See, stupid. But anyway, you want to hold on to that? Fine, hold on to it. You want to hold on to this bullshit, you hold on to this wicked mind, hold on to it. I want you to hold on to it. Then we got time to really get rid of your ass once we get back home. See, then we got to filter you out. No, hold on. You better read a book again. Jesus prayed that, they would never understand anything. He didn't pray to say, oh God, save my people, save us. No, hell. Make sure they never understand any damn thing. So, it's about the powers have been shaken. And these people have heart failures, strokes, embolism, whatever. Just anticipation of the hell that's coming. What are you going to do when it gets here? I just read this all over the internet. That's the talk. They predict America's demise, false Israel destruction. They're starting to see it themselves. Anybody got a brain starting to see? Only one that can't see what's going on is you. I understand that, I tell people, the angel's true. But what drives the angel? It's a mathematical book. And if you understand the mathematics of it, then you understand the angel coming from, because it's all based on the same simple mathematics. When you read and break those verses, it's just telling you more about what's happening right now. But what's happening right now is mathematical. What's happening right now is, in a simple way of looking at it, if the universe opens and expands and contracts, at the point where it expands, all the energy that was here is out there. That means you get less and less, you get to the point of energy deprivation. You don't have as much energy, so you need energy to do everything. And then when it starts contracting, energy starts coming back. That means energy starts coming back. That means the Earth gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. Not global warming, yeah. It's getting hotter and hotter because energy is coming back in waves. So it means it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And it's hotter, things move around faster and faster and faster. So if you got porcelain balls, you got plastic balls, you got silver balls, you got iron balls, whatever, and they move around bumping each other, the plastic ball is gonna crack, right? Crash and burn. The porcelain right behind them. You see? It still probably last the whole thing, or maybe last the whole process. And we know the devils, they're the porcelain and plastic. So we see the earth heat. There's nothing you can do about it. If it's contracting, that's like turning fire, and you can't. The fires keep every 50 years, and I can document that. It gets hotter, hotter, hotter because it's more minerals in heaven and earth coming above a sudden. So now it's getting hotter. So the point that means the more collisions. That's the mathematics of it. You can forget about the angel, that kind of stuff. Just look at the general mathematics. Okay, we go to a point. We got a point of energy deprivation where we're in bad, we're in trouble. We haven't injured or anything, so we're in bad shape. And now we start coming back. We start getting energized. Right? And the people that was oppressing us, everything, right? Because through the energy deprivation, they have more energy. I mean, they have better use of energy because they porcelain. They don't need that much. It don't take much energy to maintain plastic. It takes a lot for iron. So now iron is getting energized. And it still is moving, bouncing around like everything else. It's colliding. You understand? So if you see that, that's the math, underlying math. Then you know right now that you see the porcelain, they move around faster than anybody else. The plastic, that's the European America, they move around faster than anybody else. We doing this, we going to war, because they be more warlike. Right? Because they be colliding, they move faster than anybody, they collide more than anybody else. They be that, right? Because that's what collision, war is collisions. And you interact with people, that's a collision. So when the collision becomes fatal, at that level it's a war. See, when you interface with somebody, your wife or your daughter or your husband, whatever, that's a collision, but it's a mild collision, one that you lack, you appreciate, because it's a collision, it's still a collision. It's just a mild one, right? You bump each other, right? And it works out. You bind with each other, whatever. But still, you bond with each other. But if it's a real violent collision, violent collision, getting a fight or argument, right? Kids getting violent. Then after a while, you get to violent because now the temperature's rising. And the weakest one is the ones that don't survive. They're the ones that's taken out first because in the collisions, they can't. Plastic cannot collide with iron. Iron keeps going, and plastic is gone. It's scattered. Let me balance this here. I need to shut this thing off here. Understand? So understand the math. How you know right now this thing's gonna get hotter, hotter, hotter. And the plastic and the iron, and the porcelain is going to be crushed. American and Europeans are going to be crushed in this. And the iron, right? They're going to survive it, maybe with a couple of dents in it, but they're going to kill us. Aluminum and copper, but they'll survive through the whole thing. That's just the mathematics of it. And that's exactly what's happening. The angel goes and it's a gym to get your mind to a level where you can understand that kind of stuff. So you see the world mathematically. Remember, the angel is to get you to start seeing the world mathematically. It's this gym. And your brain has all different types of functions in it, just like your muscles. You got muscles for everything, all kinds of things, to walk, you got muscle to even talk, to move your mouth, muscle to lift things, muscle to be intimate. You got muscle for all kinds of type of muscles you got. You see those guys in bodybuilding, they got muscles coming out of their butt. But he has also brain interact or brain aspects of brain for all kinds. That's why you can deal with all kinds of situations. And that's what it does. It takes you start every time you go in, you go to the gym. And I'm doing arms today. I'm doing legs today. I'm doing whatever today. When you go in, every time you break more seals, you're increasing the strength of that particular side of the brain. See, and so therefore, when you have to deal with It's like if you just lift your arms right, then when you have to deal with somebody, if you get an arm wrestle, you're going to win. But if you deal with legs, if you got to run, you're going to outrun somebody that don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be able to lift anything, but you can outrun them. So the same thing. You start lifting yourself, so you start dealing with people, and you start winning mentally. They start losing, they get mad. Oh man! After a while, they reduce to nothing. If you got hope, and they're 100-pound weakling, you can step over them. See? So hereafter, you have to be. Power does not yield to anything but greater power. So to achieve highs, you got to have a power. Your power has to be so not consistent, but in sync with your balances. I put that away, right? And then you achieve highs. Let me move on, brothers and sisters. I want to get to my main point here. You want to learn mathematics, then that's underlying. And you just go out and builds that brain, all the aspects of it, right? It's a gym because you want to go out there and just. I got super legs, and your arms you can't lift anything. Okay, mind and war in heaven. We're going to talk about war in heaven, but I just talk about the mind. What I want to say quickly, I ran into somebody, and this person, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but your body needs nutrition, but your body also has a healing phase to it. You understand the healing phase only kicks in between meals. Because your body first is processing your food, but once it's doing that, then it goes in the healing cycle. So the healing cycle is more, the greater the difference between the meals, the more powerful the healing cycle is. So if you're constantly eating all the time, you have a healing cycle. Then you sit around talking about, hey man, then you walk around like, hey man, I'm sick. Because you never let your body heal. That's what fasting does for you. That's the one the door, brothers and sisters. Can you pardon me for a minute? I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Bounce this one back. Always something. Let's see here. Okay. As I was saying, you know, if you're out working, say you're out working, right? Okay. So you can't, you know, you're working, you stop working and you rest. If you rest while you're working, you're really not working, right? You're working and you rest. And you rest so you can continue working again. Right? And the same thing your body. Your body, when you're eating, you got just the digestive system going, you got your whole your immune system, everything is in gear. And so it's not resting, it's not, you know, it's working. So once that settles down, then it goes into a resting or healing cycle. Right? And so the longer you rest, the more effective the healing cycle is. So if you eating 24/7, then you never get any rest. If you work constantly and don't get any rest, you know you're going to burn out. You're going to be dead. See, but if you eat 1 meal a day, then you got maybe once the digestive system finishes everything else, you got maybe 3 or 4 hours, right? Of recuperation, your body healing, right? If you eat 1 meal every day, then you got, look how much healing you got. Every 3 days, look how much healing you got in between, right? See, people look at me, they don't believe I'm 76, right? And I don't have any wrinkles. Oh yeah, your face gets there, but I don't have wrinkles anywhere. And I see people with much younger than me, we all wrinkle up. See? You see, I'm the same age as as Biden and Trump, and they all wrinkle up. So I just thought I'd pass it on to you, brothers and sisters. I meant to say it the other day, I forgot. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Anyway, the mind. I keep telling you, brothers and sisters, even in society, it's still about the mind. It says they go out to see the whole world. How do you see the world? How did you see the world? With a bat? They go out and beat the world. They say they go out to see the world. That's what your mind. Adam, he was taught, our angel, all that means, the mind. He's telling you the mind, the mind, the mind. The scriptures. How the scriptures come to you? Somebody come and grab you and beat you up? No. You got to read, you got to study it. Mind. The more powerful your mind is, the more powerful you are. And right now, you're in a pressure system and you're interfacing with minds. The minds is, the people that's in the graveyard is the ones, their minds couldn't, they got crushed. Their minds could not handle the pressure of this world. That's what death really is. That's what death really is, brothers. It's when the pressure becomes greater than your ability to withstand it, then you crush out existence. It's just how it happens. It's all up that depends on you, the quality of it. But that's what death is. No matter if you commit suicide or whatever, you just could not handle the pressures of the situation where you're in. And that's even at war and everything else. It doesn't matter if you're at war or you're fighting, somebody kill you. The only way it could kill you is that the pressure had to be greater. Your ability to withstand it. I don't know if you understand that or not, brothers and sisters. I understood that quite a bit, and that's why I don't worry about anything. They do me in jail, they have actions and everything else. I know as long as, right, my mind, I keep my mind stronger than theirs, they cannot take me out of existence. I can take them out of existence. Can't take me out of existence, because the point is, as the angel mind gets stronger and stronger and stronger, right, it's going to create more pressure on there. So you got two minds in conflict with each other. You got the angel mind and the still Bible mind, two in conflict. And the angel mind gets stronger and stronger and stronger. It means crushing the minds of those who are to the angel. They be crushed out of existence. you want to survive, that means you have to, your mind has to be is up to the level where, in other words, if right, you have to be on the same level. So in other words, if it's steel, then you have to be on the level of steel. Otherwise, if you're a level of porcelain, you're going to be crushed. I don't care who you are, you're female, you're child, or whatever. Or look at that child, it doesn't matter. It's all mathematics. It's all mathematics, brothers and sisters. Okay? They say your term is fixed. Yeah, the term is fixed. It doesn't mean you're fixed. Somebody put a date down, you know it's fixed. Because it depends on how much pressure, how much power you have, mental power, as opposed to the reality you're dealing with. We was oppressed by this reality because we didn't have, because we didn't have an energy deprivation, right? We had low pressure. Energy times discipline equals pressure. We had very low energy. So therefore, the devils had a lot of energy. And so they was able, because they didn't require as much as us. So we was but they couldn't crush us. They couldn't get that enough power to, right? They would press us, cripple us, but they couldn't crush it. They couldn't crush our existence. But now we're growing, and that is reversed. And they will be crushed. And that's what it comes down to. It doesn't come down to, oh man, you're 9 years old, children, 2 to 5 years old, babies. It doesn't. That's not what it's about. That's what said hereafter. You decide how long you want to be around it. Do you want to, right? To regenerate, upgrade, and you upgrade so you can handle the increasing pressure. Let me move on, brothers and sisters. I want to talk about the war in heaven, chapter 12. War in heaven. And current war in heaven. I can do this a little better because this system I have right now is a problem. It's a problem. I hate it. Hold on. Let's see where we at here. Can I do it this way? I know you know what I'm talking about, but you don't need to. Okay. Come on. There you go. Second, brothers and sisters. This new system has some advantages, but I still prefer my old one. I'm used to it. It had its issues too, but I was used to them. Okay, here we go here. Okay, if you go to this, talk a lot of stuff in chapter 12, but I want to get to the point where it says, and occurred war in heaven. Then it's right there. Okay, occurred war in heaven, and Michael and his angels. See, they don't know who Michael is. Ask Pharaoh who's Michael. He couldn't tell you. Michael's Master from Muhammad. He's the one that delivered us. But he never said that. He never called. He called Master Muhammad son of man, but he don't have nappy hair and brown skin. See, I don't know the hell they're talking about over there. And that's another thing too. The angel tells you that no one could look in that book anything unless they broke those seals. So if Pharaoh has not broke those seals, and he doesn't know anyone who has, if Elijah Muhammad has broken those seals, and he doesn't know anyone who has, because he never claimed that broke them. Pharaoh never has claimed to broke them. He lied about a lot of stuff. He hasn't claimed to have broken seals. And Master Muhammad never said anything that, I don't think he even mentioned his seals in his letters at all. So if they haven't broken seals, they have no idea what that book is saying. No idea whatsoever. Not even close. Because everything they say is totally wrong. I haven't heard one person yet. So her sister, she got a little thing in a while back. But other than that, I heard no one say anyone that got any verse near right, anything, because it's sealed. And the only one who will be able to do it is the Lamb, and I've been revealing this book to you and proving and everything else. They haven't got anything. Only one that knows is the one who's been studying under myself and repeating what I'm saying, or right. But no one's went out there independently. So they don't know what he's talking about. Don't know who the dragon is. Don't know who the serpent is. Don't know who Michael is. Don't know any of that stuff. Who the golden calf, they don't know any of that. Anyway, it says war in heaven. So the war, it says it's two phases. Occurred war in heaven. The Michael and his angels, him went to war with the dragon. So the first stage the war breaks out. That's abomination, desolation. War broke out October 7th, 2022 was it? 2023, right? Because they're saying peace and safety just before that. Didn't it say as soon as they were saying peace and safety? That's what they were saying just before. Okay. And it says Michael's angels, right? It says they went to war with the dragon, and says you don't know who the dragon is. See? Now I'm not going to intricately explain. I'm just going to talk off the top, right? The dragon represents, right, primarily House of Sod, right? That's what's written, because they're going to be they secretly allied with America. You don't see them do anything to help those Palestinians, do you? In fact, I explained earlier, where's this was getting their oil? I mean, they need oil to run those planes and stuff, right? And all to run those tanks. And all the kids decided going. They don't have any, so where are they getting it from? They're getting it from the Sunnis. If they stop, they get it. Hey, America was sanctioning everybody else, right? Why don't they put sanctions for Israel? And for Israel job and had to pack up and go to Europe overnight. So why are they fueling them? Why is Turkey fueling them? Why is all these Sunnis fueling them? Why are they only ones stand up against them is Shia? And but Shia no good. So why? And they talk, oh man, you're giving somebody a gun. They shooting me. What you giving the gun for? How could they? With no oil, this whole society would collapse. Where are they getting oil from? They're getting from you. You never ask these questions, and that you don't report it. Nobody's bringing it up because they told to keep that damn stuff quiet because it's too clear, it's too simple. You understand it. Say, wait a minute, hold it. Where are they getting oil from? They say they're getting it from America. America not shipping oil over there. So where are they getting oil from? To kick everybody's ass, to run the army and everything, run those planes. Where are they getting oil from? It's simple, brothers and sisters, but they don't want us to wake up either. Anyway, it says, so that's what's about to happen, brothers and sisters. Abomination, desolation. And I said, when you see that, that's going to lead into the second phase where Michael's, because first it says war breaks out, and then Michael's angels go to war with the dragon angels, which means that's what's about to happen. And you see every day it's getting more hotter. I mean, I've been saying for years, and even last year they was every year, now. And look at threats getting greater and greater and greater. Remember, Mr. Trump, pride and Holy Spirit, anything the hoodies do from now on, man, I consider Iran's doing it. And then they got plans to invade the hoodies. They can't whip them. I told you they had no power there, right? And they had this program to get rid of all these Islamic countries. They got rid of all of them. The last one is Iran. They said because that's what Wesley Clark told that general. Farrakhan claimed he got. Okay, I guess God is Wesley Clark because that's where you got it from, you lying dog. As far as the devil, I mean, what more could be clear than that? He admits it. It's not. Or you got to just Google it. Said his father's name is Percival Clark. And he did a picture of him. He's a devil. He's not a light-skinned Jamaican who raped his mama. Come on. Anyway, you go to war with Iran because you see it getting hotter and hotter, and now he's told Iran if they coming directly. If you don't make a good negotiation, we're going to attack you. I mean, how can it clear than that? If you don't concede, I'll punch you in the mouth. Iran said, go for it. It was going. That's the war. And then what's the result of that war? Right? And it says the dragon and his angels defeated. His angels are GOG and Magog and false Israel, the Jow. Because the false outside, actually they're Indians, not even Arabs. It's no straw together. That's the case, brothers and sisters. That's what, in a few more days, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you're going to see. They're going to be kicked out. And when they're kicked out, some of the things that's going on with that, they was thrown out. And they was thrown out hard. American bases got to be taken down, and those surviving, they're going to be running out of the Middle East, just like they run out of Afghanistan, but it's going to be worse because they're going to run out with their ass on fire, literally on fire. And then they want to get caught, they're going to be totally destroyed because the whole world is, all the Middle East, they're really angry. And that's what's going to false Israel much worse than that. But they're going to run out, and the ones that survive, they'll better survive. I mean, they may be crippled, but they run out with their ass on fire. Scared to death, panicking. That's what's about to happen, brothers and sisters. I told you, same thing in Afghanistan, you didn't believe me. It's worse, it's worse. They went out to Vietnam the same way. But it's going to be worse. It's literally going to be on fire. Run out here to Europe. That's like the man running from the lion to the bear. Nothing will work for them. This is going to backfire, and they're going to have their ass kicked, and run out there and run to Europe. And that, remember what's going on in Europe right now? Remember the wisdom? America's antagonistic towards Europe right now. So Europe, I told you, it says about mother against father. I mean, mother against daughter, daughter against mother, father against. I told you what it means. It means America is going to be at war with Russia and Europe. Europe's going to turn against them. But see, they was thrown out to earth. Angels with him were thrown out. They're all kicked out. Kicked out. The thrones are cast down. The same story, right? And I heard a voice great in heaven saying, "Right now became salvation and the power of the kingdom of God and us and authority of Christ of Him, because was thrown down the accuser of the accuser of our brethren, the accuser of night and day." Who is the accuser? That's Farrakhan. That means when this happened, because it tells you, if you Exodus, while this war is going on, that's when the four winds blow. If you understand that Moses going to Aaron has control of the Aaron's camp. And he says, there wasn't a sign of victory or defeat. It means the war's going on. See? But they were celebrating the war because they was against themselves. They was celebrating the war. Hey, man, they was rejoicing. Because they was under Pharaoh, because that's what Farrakhan had them. Look, root for false Israel in America. Then what happens? See? They get separated out. It says, though with the Lord or with Suleiman, come with him. That means if they was with him, that means they were the one that was seeking the measure of the covenant. They just couldn't find him. And now at this point, that's when they find him. So how come we couldn't find him? Well, if you seek, it says, the one you seek it, that means if you seek it, that means when you seek it, something you haven't found it yet. And he says he's coming, so who will abide the day of his coming. But there'll be a period of seeking. Right? Until he shows up. It says he wouldn't show up until people sit in darkness in the great light, and they would say until the war goes on. Because part of it, because you had these people right here, you had some Levites are supposed to be, and they wasn't on the case. Then you got this Ben X and all these people blocking it and lying and everything else. But anyway, that's what happens. It says they come together. And then you got a war going on because you got two armies that's totally against each other in conflict with each other. See the great army. See? And when they kicked out, false Israel, where they going to go? See? And so they get surrounded. We see Jerusalem, some armies. Their nuclear force is neutralized. And they surrounded. Now people, they've been oppressed and killed and raping. The Wang say raping. Well, they actually said that they raped the women in prison. That's what they say. But the point is, they said, and all of a sudden, now you surround and you cut off. You cut from the oil. Now the oil is cut off. See, now the oil is cut off now because the Shia cut off. So now on the siege, the food is cut off. See, now the Arabs could have did it a long time ago, but they didn't want to do it because they got our land and they didn't want us to know because they part of, they remember the story of Joseph? They sold us into slavery. We Joseph. Because it was ours, it's ours, and they didn't want us to have it. But now the Shia, they cut off, so now they're under siege. What the Arabs could have done a long time ago. Under siege. No food, no oil, anything. And they turn to capitalism. And it's going to be broadcast all with their drones, going to cross all the world. Because what you've done has been done to you. So what you've been doing, now it's backfired. Now it's coming back to you. Understand? So what we got here? Abomination desolation that leads to the actual, and we say right now, because that's what's going on right now is geared to hook to what's going on in Gaza. Houthis are attacking because they say y'all got to stop. You can't be starving these people and everything else, attacking them. And Iran is on board with that. Right? Supporting Houthis. They say that's a bad name, so excuse me. So now they cut off. And there's no food, no water, anything. They start drinking blood and eating their own children. It says that's what's going to happen. The whole world's going to see. And then they finally destroy it. And that happens. Remember, that's during that war. That's when our people come together because then they realize they're true to Abraham. Because the cornerstone over there, everybody was worshiping, and the one that rejected, see, they reject us because he who loves Israel, who bless Israel, God will bless. He who curse Israel, God will curse. So they claim they was Israel. We was cursed when we Ham. See? And so everything we got, they took from us. They got rich off these false Israel. They got rich off of black people. I mean, I could go to the whole explanation of that. Hollywood and everything else. It's their identity. And so now they're getting a blessing that we should have got. And so now they got something they're supposed to get. And the hell's going to break loose and going to, ooh, what's going to happen to these folks? And that's why people's hearts be filled with fear here. Because they know what they've done. And now they're going to be suffer the worst thing. Some of the same things. And I said, the accuser of our brethren, who's been accusing us? You're sinful. Elijah Muhammad never taught that. You can't find, I still say it, I give $1,000, anyone can prove, nope, right? No, what I want to say, no matter what, I mean, it doesn't matter. I get $1,000 if you can prove that he's consistent with Elijah Muhammad's teachers. No fine print, anything. And nobody's ever stepped forward. I've said it for years. Because he's not teaching Elijah Muhammad's teachers. It's all fake over there. You understand? It's all lies. So, out the worms eat, I play a lot. Worms eat your ass. This is Farrakhan. The devils ain't devils no more according to him. They're good. They're some good people. But you're sinful. You're all sinful. You're wicked. That's why the Million Mind March was affair the second time, because people was offended by that. You tell them to come to what DC, and then you accuse them. Well, y'all sinful. You need to atone. I hear that shit. Like okay, he's taking his people off the hook. Who's his people? His devils, because he's a devil. His father's a devil. Taking him off the hook because we here because we being. In other words, we're not here. because they oppressed us and used us and tricked us. We're here because we were sinful, and God put us over here, right? And there's no consequence coming in because they're beating us. They're God's instrument to beat us. So there's no consequence in them, and they don't feel like consequences in their minds. They're doing the right thing because we're saying we wicked and evil, and their minds doing the right thing. So they don't see any consequence for what they're doing to us because we got cursed by God. So God used them to beat us. So there's no consequence to that if that's true. You understand? That's why shocking hours come, because they say it's not true. And that false Israel is the one that was cursed, but they was cursing us. So he who blessed Israel will be blessed. Who cursed, and he was cursing us. We was true to Abraham, but he was blessing them, and they Antichrist. So accuse our brothers of that during this time. This is going to happen any day now. It's no if ands or buts about it. If you understand how the universe works, understand the mathematics, right? It's just so when it happens, you're going Legion. When it happens, right? Then it says he's cast down. It says who might take control of the NOI. You understand? America's in Britain and false Israel American Britain's kicked out of the Middle East, and that they got antagonists towards Europe. So now they're at war with Europe and Russia. I understand, brothers and sisters. That's what it's saying here. And then it says now, and it comes to the blood lamb, okay, and I'm reading for another one, it's a larger text, brothers and sisters. Let me see. Come on. Oh, I keep forgetting. Wrong. Come to the blood lamb. It comes to the blood lamb. What's that? Back in it says right this, they came to a tribulation. Great tribulation. Wife rose the blood of the lamb. Who is the blood of the lamb? That's the two prophets. Right? Do they have those books? Do they have them? If you don't, then they won't make it. See? So they come to the blood of the lamb. Right? And says, just make yourself it says, woe does as the devil stepped down. That's no story. I'm not going to get to that right now. Right? And when he saw the dragon saw his children, when the dragon saw us cast down, right? That's a Sunni. Remember, because the point is, they're on board too. Now, if we come together, and they know the next step, the promised land is to take our land back. So they're going to attack us too. The dragon's going to attack us. Attack the woman. See? It says, and when saw the dragon that was thrown to earth, it persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male. Go attack original nation. Go attack it. See? Because they know it's still our land, and now we come back to get it. Okay? I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. Hope you understand. I'll leave it there. Let me see where we're at. I'll leave it there, brothers and sisters. Remember the mind. You got to step up to the angel. Just the Pharaoh kind of clowns. They might got weak minds. They don't understand the angel. They don't understand. Remember the gospel says gospel. Gospel is just angel. Just a hybrid word for gospel. The new world's coming in. Will be left on a high mental level. This level will not do it. People that 120 years ago, they couldn't survive here. Their level of thinking couldn't survive here. Well, this would be amazing to them. They'd be lost. And we come to new technology, new everything. And we won't be driven by electricity. We'll be driven by oil. Oil will not be a source of our reality, and neither will electricity. We may use electricity, but not like they use it here. But we understand, brothers and sisters, whole new reality. And you got to be thinking, talking mathematically. So if you can't be talking no bullshit, because it has to add up. Make all things new, brothers. So I'm going to leave it there. Assalamu alaikum. Mm-mm.